Howdy ho, everyone. It's me, Ashley Branch, your favorite friendly neighborhood mom and the creator of the Mommylogeauxs, bringing you Women, Wives, and Moms podcast. Get into it. Hey, everybody. It's me, Ashley Branch, your favorite friendly neighborhood mom, the creator of the Mommylogeauxs and this podcast, Women, Wives, and Moms. We are doing 30 days of the Mommylogeauxs. And the Mommylogeauxs started on Facebook with me just like kind of typing out like the ridiculousness of being pregnant, and then it turned into the ridiculousness of being a mom. And those live on Facebook. You can find them under my name, ASHLEIGH Branch. And you can find this podcast on YouTube under the same name. I'm not spelling all them letters out again because that's mouth salad. And the podcast is streaming on any place you find podcasts under the name Women, Wives, and Moms. Okay, so we're still on Frankie. And this is the second to last episode, I do believe, for Frankie. And if you've been listening to the podcast and you've been listening to the 30 Days of the Mommylogeauxs, Frankie is my strong-willed, headstrong, I shall not be moved kind of kid, right? And it's hard to make her crack. You know, it's only certain things that like really just get to the core of her. You can threaten her, you can try to bribe her, you can do all kinds of things to get her to change her mind or to react, but she ain't gonna do it. Okay? The only thing I notice she really reacts to is me. Before we kind of got the hang of being parents, because it's no guidebook, okay? Excuse me. Sidebar. Hold on, let me check my mouth, because I got paper on the desk. I was hungry. Okay, let me be honest. Let me be honest real quick. You listening? Okay. This is like my 7th attempt on trying to record this particular podcast, and the reason why is I can't do math. And I can, but school started. I'm tired. Okay. Anyway, I thought I had recorded enough podcasts for Frankie, but I did not. And I came home after teaching 3rd graders all day. And your kids, your 3rd graders, you have a 3rd grader? You do? Yeah? They're dumb. Anyway, I'm just playing. They're not. They're just... Anywho, I sat down. I recorded a podcast for Aubrey and Ava, but not Frankie. So here I am. Anyway, back on track. Frankie's trigger is me, and I don't think that I don't take that lightly. Let me just say that. So in my house, we don't whip. Okay, we don't do a lot of whippings. We do. It has to warrant imminent death. Like Ava put the stove on one time after we told her don't touch the stove. Okay, the stove is dangerous. The stove it's gas, right? Homegirl put the stove on one time and just was like, hope we don't burn. And we had to whip her for that because we could all just blew up in there. But anyway, you could tell Frankie, I'm gonna whip you, and she gonna be like, do it. Like, I ain't scared. It's gonna hurt for like a little bit, and then what? That's basically her thinking. But one time, I do voices and stuff. I read to the kids in voices. I talk to them in voices. I do that so I don't yell. It's a buffer between me yelling and just being like a normal person. But kids have this like innate ability to get you to go from Mary Poppins to Satan in like 0.16 seconds. And I just think that if you don't have kids, you should know that. They can do that. They have this magical power. I don't know what it's called. It's a Harry Potter spell, like Pisceophias Parentis. I don't know. Anyway, so I was, I had enough with whatever foolishness she was doing. And I said, I'm not doing voices for a while. And it wasn't just her, it was all the kids. I said, I'm not doing voices. You take me to play with, and I think that's the problem. So I'm gonna stop doing the voices. Cause I would do a voice when I've said something multiple times and I don't want to yell. I'm like, what is this? What is this? Huh? I see to you to pick up You're close and you're not sweet. Say, why are you not listening to me? I'll do that. But when I said I wasn't doing voices, the tears started. Like, I never see Frankie just cry because she's devastated. Like, she was devastated. And I was like, I said, Frankie, you playing with me? Because she doesn't act like that. I was like, are you trying to play me? She's like, no, mommy. You're not going to do the voices anymore. And I was like, okay. Well, that hit hard. She was really mean and ugly to her sisters one day. And I told her, I said, I'm very upset with you right now. And every night, we all give hugs and kisses, right? It's so cute and sweet and annoying at the same time. Because I want to go to bed. And, I'm falling asleep and I wake up and there's somebody looking me in the face. Mommy, you didn't give me a kiss. I was about to kiss you with my fist, bro. You don't just be standing over me like that. What's wrong with you? Tap me something. You just standing there. So one time she was mean and ugly to her sisters. And I told her, I'm upset with you right now and I don't want to hug and I don't want to kiss. And I felt like that was a boundary for me. I don't want to give you here. I just didn't want to. I was very upset. And she cried herself to sleep. And I didn't know because I was tired anyway and I just went back to sleep. And my husband was like, she was very upset. And so the next day I talked to her. I said, Frankie, I love you. And I told her that in a moment. I said, I love you very much, but mommy doesn't want a hug and a kiss. And I told her, I said, I love you, but if somebody is angry with you or upset with you, you have to allow them space to be able to be angry and upset. My husband cutting the grass and he's sweating. He could listen to everything. Hey. Anyway, my husband's better than yours. He get on my nerves too. Anyway, so I'm going to just say this. Parents can use triggers with their kids in a manipulative way. And no matter what, as a parent, you're going to manipulate. There's no way around that. You're going to manipulate. You're going to use tactics that's manipulation. If you do this, then you can have this. That's manipulation. Me using her triggers to be like, you know what? Okay, she doesn't like when I don't do the voices. She doesn't like, and I'll use that. Hey, you know what? Mommy's about to stop the voices, And I will tell you, I'm not playing with you right now. And Frankie is the kid, like, you gotta talk to her like she in the street, because for her to actually know you mean it. Yes, but right before I recorded this, she flung her sister into a table, and I'm just like, the hell, bruh. And the thing was, I heard her say stop. I heard Aubrey say stop. I heard her. And Aubrey's big. Physics. First of all, mass and then acceleration and motion. And then just the equation always ends up with, I'm not taking you to the hospital. That's just that's just it. That I can't. But anyway, I said, say, bro, you playing too much, man. Like, you got to stop. When I talk to her like that, she's like, okay, mommy's serious. I got to talk to her like we about to square up. Like, that's just how she is. She's a Leo baby. She's a Leo sun, Scorpio moon, Gemini rising. She ain't wrapped all the way. And I'm kind of not either because I'm a Scorpio moon. Anywho, but knowing how your kids operate means you're a good parent. Using that to your advantage means you're a good parent. I mean, if you are still with somebody you married, you use that to your advantage. Like, I know my husband likes certain things a certain way. I know that he's the only child and he has this thing about this stupid spoon. You know what I do? I just keep the spoon clean. It's your spoon. Just give him a little piece in the house because he's the only man in the house. We're not discounting Charlie last name Wilson, the pup. But I'm just saying, like, knowing someone and knowing what makes them tick and knowing what makes them smile and knowing how they're going to react to things and using it in a good way. Yes, it's still manipulation, but you ain't traumatizing people and being like to the point, it's not malicious. Okay. The intent is not malicious. If you are a parent and you use your kids' weaknesses and strengths to have a better relationship with them, that's called being smart. Duh. I mean, there's gentle parenting and conscientious parenting or whatever you want to call it. I call it conscientious parenting. I am conscious that my child is a person. I am conscious that my child has feelings. I am conscious of my child's space. It needs to have space and boundaries and all of those things. But when I need to jump down your throat, baby, I best believe I'm going to jump down your throats. And there's nothing wrong with that. Yes, mommy is upset. No, I don't want to kiss you or hug you. That is a lesson that has to be learned young. Because what if she's in a relationship with somebody? They're angry. Well, they don't want to give me a hug because they're angry. Duh. I don't want to kiss you if I want to punch you. I'm going to kiss you with my fist. I don't want to cuddle if you've done me wrong. I don't want to, kiss and hug and all that if we ain't on good terms. That's the same thing that's how I feel with my kids. I need you to know what you did to me was something I don't like. Just like they can come to me and tell me if it's something I've done that they don't like. We talk. You have to teach your children how to express their emotions, how to articulate them with words, and how to be receptive to when somebody tells them, I don't like when you do that. Because I don't spare feelings in this house, baby. And they don't either. They tell me about my body all the time. They tell me, Mommy, you make us confused when you do these things. Mommy, you make us anxious. Okay, so once a month, I get in this thing where the house got to be clean. There's like every time, right before my period, the house has to be cleaned. And I didn't notice it until my husband said something. He was like, babe, you do this every time. Right before your period comes, the house needs to be spick and span. And I'm like, well, if I'm about to be crampy and bloated, I mean, that makes sense. But anyway, teach your children how to express their emotions. Teach your kids that you can be hurt. Show your emotions. You're not infallible. You have emotions. And when parents show kids they have emotions, they become better people. You're not an enigma to your child. My mom and my dad were enigmas to me up until recently, because now I can ask probing questions without real consequences. What you gonna do? Fight me? I'm bigger than you. Anyway, y'all take that information. We can grow into better people, better parents, better lovers, better friends, if we just listen to one another and respect everybody's emotions and express them in a healthy way. So that's all I have. In the meantime, in between time, be kind to yourself, to others, and to this world. And I'll see you on the other side. Peace. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Women, Wives, and Moms podcast. Remember, be kind to yourself, to others, and to the world. And I will see you on the other side. Peace. ADHD, y'all. Woo woo.